Hello guys, welcome to another video of Azure. In this video, we are going to discuss about integration of Git repository inside Azure Data Factory. Here is my Azure Data Factory created. We will be going ahead and creating the Git configuration directly in Azure Data Factory so that you can directly make changes in Azure Data Factory. You can directly commit them and you can publish that as well. Okay, this is my Azure Data Factory. If you have not created it, you can go ahead and create it first by going into the Azure Data Factory here. Data Factory, click on create and add other details. I have this created already. I have made one video as well on this. You can go ahead and watch that if you have not. Here is my Data Factory created. Okay, if you have to work anything or whatever changes you have to make in your pipeline linked service, you'll have to launch the studio. By going here, you'll be able to see everything. Okay, if you click on it, it will take you to some studio, ADF studio, and it will look like something like this. You can see we have all the settings: home, author, monitor, manage, and learning center. To integrate the Git inside, you can see Azure Data Factory allows you to configure a Git repository with either Azure DevOps or GitHub so that you can directly make the changes or you can directly work from here. If you click on manage, whatever settings or anything you will have to configure in your Azure Data Factory, you can go to manage and configure everything. Okay, by clicking on manage, if you go to source control and Git configuration, you get the option to configure the Git inside your data factory. If you configure the repository, you don't need to go ahead in repository and manually do the change. You can directly come here, create your pipelines in the UI, create your linked service in the UI, and generate the template or something like that to deploy it to the other environments as well, or data factory will automatically make the commits or make the required changes for you. Okay, so by going into the source control and Git configuration, click on configure. You can see at the moment we don't have the Git repository configured. Click on configure, so it will take you to this screen. Select the repository type. This is Azure DevOps Git or GitHub. If you have GitHub, you can select the GitHub as well, and you can provide other details. Okay, but I don't have the GitHub repository. I'll be going ahead to set up this Azure DevOps Git repository. I have created this repository already, ADF-01, inside my Azure DevOps organization. So before integrating, you should have one repository created for your Azure Data Factory integration with Git. Okay, let's select this cloud because I have this repository created in same intra ID. I have integrated my intra ID with Azure DevOps as well. So that is inside this intra ID. Let's click on continue. Here you'll have to select the repository. You can directly select the repository from here as well, or you can directly click on this repository link. Okay, and use this as well. Okay, if you don't want to do that, just click on select repository, select your organization. This is my Azure DevOps organization. You can see it here, and you'll have to provide the project name. This is my project name. If you go here, this is my project name. Select your repository name. If you click on this drop down button, all the repository which are inside this organization will be listed here. Select your repository. Suppose ADF-01, which this is the repository which I have created for Azure Data Factory. I have already edit it here inside the repository name. Collaboration branch, which branch you want your Azure Data Factory to work with. You can directly select it here. You can either select it the main branch, or you can select the development branch as well based on your requirement on or your branching policy inside your organization. Publish branch, you can add the publish branch as well. Default is adf underscore publish. So this branch will be created, and whatever you make the changes will be published inside this branch. We will see in few minutes. This is the root folder where your code and everything, all the data from this Azure Data Factory will be initialized. Okay, let it be the root folder and other things as default. If you have existing resources created already, this will import them as well inside your repository. So make sure you are checking it. And finally import resource into this branch. So let's select this main branch. We have configured everything. Let's click on apply and see what happens. This will basically add your repository. The configuration which we have done here will be added here inside the Git configuration inside Azure Data Factory. You can see repo is connected, repository type Azure DevOps Git, all the parameters which we have supplied while creating the Git configuration is being shown here. Okay, you can, if you have to edit it, you can directly edit it from here. You can disconnect it as well. And if you want to import the resources, you can import the resources from some branch. Okay, suppose you have some resources in some different branch, you can select the branch from here and you can click on import so that those resources will be imported. Okay, if you see at the top here inside this adf left bar, you see current branch is main branch. This checked out branch is main branch, and if you make any changes right now, everything will be stored inside this main branch. Okay, from here you can create the new branch as well. If you want to create the new branch, something like this, based on this branch, everything will reflect here inside this repository as well. Okay, since we have not published it, let's see if branch is already created. Yeah, see the branch feature adf-01 is already created, which we just had created here inside this adf. If you have created it, you can work on this branch and you can create the pull request as well. Okay, so we'll be doing one and we'll try to create the pull request. Let's create something. If you go to author, you can either create some pipelines as well. You can create data flows or linked services. Let me just create one simple pipeline. Just give the name as pipeline 1 and click on save. So if you see, this pipelines has been created. Let me try to create one linked service as well. This is my linked service. Let's create one linked service for anything. Suppose this is for Azure Blob Storage. Let's configure it, provide everything, enter manually. Just create it. We are not creating it for use, we are just doing it for demo purpose. So the values are not, I mean, even the values which I have just entered here is not correct. Okay, so here I have created one linked service and I have just created one pipeline inside this branch. I'm not doing anything inside my main branch. I'm directly doing inside this feature branch. Once all the changes you have made inside your feature branch, you can directly validate it and save it as well. If you click on validate all, this will validate all the changes, and after that you can save and publish them as well. Okay, now let's see. You can see this is giving one validation output pipeline. Pipeline 1 should have at least one activity. So let's go to pipeline and try to add something. Or let's create another pipeline. Let's delete this first. I have deleted that pipeline because that was throwing error. We'll see creating pipelines in some different video. At the moment, let's focus on this branching and how we can validate and publish it. Okay. So for now, I have created the linked service, which you can see here inside this. So whenever we click on validate all, this linked service should show inside my feature branch, which is this one. Okay. I have created it. Let's click on validate, and this has been validated. If you go here inside the repository and refresh it, you can see the linked service which we have added is also added here. If you click on linked service, Azure blob storage 1.json, you can see the JSON file for that linked service. Okay, and these are some of the files which are generated by default. This is JSON for the Azure Data Factory, and this is a default JSON file which mention the publish branch, which is ADF publish, and this branch will also be created here inside the repository. Okay, so suppose we have made the changes inside my feature branch, and I want to merge that branch directly inside my main branch. So we'll be creating the pull request. Go to pull request and create one pull request from here. Suppose this is my repository. Add comments and click on create. This has created the pull request as well. Let it approve and click on complete. So the changes which we had completed in this feature branch has been merged to the main branch. Now we can go ahead and see the changes. See this has been completed, and let me go to the repository, and we can see we have all the changes inside our main branch. Yeah, so you can see the linked service changes is in my main branch. Now you can go to the data factory, select your main branch, and you can publish it, because if you have seen in the git configuration, we have given the collaboration branch as main, so that you'll be able to publish everything only from the main branch. Okay, let's click on publish. Once you have published these changes, one ARM template will be generated and it will be pushed inside this ADF publish branch, and using that ARM template you will be able to automate this ADF deployment into other environments as well. Like if you want to deploy into your QA environment production, you can use the same ARM template. You can see the generating ARM templates has been completed. Let's now go to the repository. Refresh this page. This is main branch. All the changes are published and live inside our data factory. If you click on switch to live mode, you will be able to switch to live mode. So all the changes which whatever we had done inside main and feature branch has been published. Now if you go ahead in the repository and open this ADF publish branch which we just had created by default, I mean we didn't create, but whenever you integrate the Git repository inside this Azure Data Factory, this ADF publish branch will be created by default. Okay, if you expand it, you can see this data factory name, and you will be able to see all the parameters, all the link templates, and the main template which you can call to deploy the data factory in the different environments. You can use these two templates to either deploy your ADF resources inside your development environment or QA environment or even in production environment. This is the main JSON file, this is the main template file, and this is the parameter file. All the parameters which you might have configured will be stored inside this parameter. You can use these two files in your CI/CD pipeline, and you can override these parameters in the runtime to deploy into your each of the environments. Okay, so we have seen how we can integrate the Git inside your ADF, but we have done everything manually. We published here directly from the ADF, and for development environment we have done directly using the ADF portal itself. But this is not a good practice if you are working for DevOps or if you are working as a DevOps engineer. Basically, you should be making changes in your feature branch and creating the pull request from the main branch. But you should not publish it from here. You should deploy or you should create your CI/CD pipeline and deploy all the changes from your CI/CD pipeline in all the environments. That can be either dev environment, QA environment, UAT, pre-production or production environment as well. Okay, that is called automated publishing, automated CI/CD publishing of Azure Data Factory resources. We'll be seeing that in our next video. Okay, that's it from this video. If you liked it, please like and subscribe my channel. If you have any feedback or suggestions, please let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.